See, women are gonna get confused when they come across a guy like yourself, possibly, that is self confident. You look good, you go to the gym, you take care of your skincare, your personal hygiene, you just do the basics. At least to you, these are the basics that you think that everybody should be doing, right? So, because you have this level of self care, you take care of yourself, man, because of that, you don't feel the need to overcompensate or make up or try to like impress a woman or make her like you or impress her through your communication. Okay, so when you go on a date, when you go to meet a woman to maybe hook up with her or even go on a date or whatever, or it can happen even in relationships too, man. Like naturally, because you are confident in yourself, you're confident that you're enough, you're confident that you are um, a handsome guy, you take care of yourself, you're on track to success. Because of that, you're naturally not going to feel the need to over communicate, show too much interest, and just talk the woman's ear off in a way where you're trying to impress her and entertain her, right? Women are used to these kinds of men, but when they come across someone like you that is a little bit more quiet, a little bit more reserved, they're not going to know what to do. They're going to feel insecure. They might feel nervous and like you don't like them. But that's not what's happening. That's just who you are. You don't feel the need to talk too much and impress people, whether it's women, men, whoever, business. You don't feel the need to over explain yourself, right? So they see it differently, they get confused because especially if you're it's like it puts them off, right? Because they're used to dealing with the because especially if you're attractive, right? If you're an attractive man, handsome, you take care of yourself, you go to the gym, you're clean, you smell good, you don't stink, and on top of that you're quiet, it's going to be there, something's going to be off in their point of view. They're going to be like, wow, this guy is very attractive and he's handsome and he seems smart, but why is he quiet? He should be arrogant, he should be confidence, he should be, because they translate confidence difference. They don't realize that being quiet is what is confidence. This is what being confident is at the end of the day, but they don't realize that because they're used to being with guys that are loud, the F boys, and they're just like talking way too much and just doing the most in order to entertain the woman. That's what they're used to being around. So when a real OG like yourself, man, like myself, when a real OG like you steps in the picture, you can intimidate a lot of women. Not all of them, because some of them understand and are more socially aware. They're more socially nuanced and they understand social cues and stuff like that on a deeper level. So some of them are gonna get it, but most of them, man, especially these younger chicks and whatever, they're gonna think that you're something's off about you because they see the image, right? They see that externally you look very good, like you look like an F boy. But when they see that you look like an F boy, but you're not necessarily, talking like an F boy, like talking like a little boy, like silly boy, man, like these these weird guys and how they talk. Like, hey, what's up, Sean? What's up? Like, what the fuck? That's stupid, man. Obviously, like, why would I talk like that? That's just weird. Okay. So when they see that you are good looking and you look like an F boy, but you're not necessarily uh, communicating in a low IQ way like these F boys oftentimes do, to them, it throws them off, right? Because they see that, wait a minute, the look doesn't match the communication patterns, the way you speak. So they get confused. They're like, wait, something's weird. Something's not clicking. Interesting. Why is he not talking that much? Why is he quiet? Why? This is weird. So they get confused and it intimidates them. And a lot of women are probably not going to like that. You know, they're going to get intimidated and they're not going to want to be around you. It is what it is. You know, there's curses and blessings. Like there's ups and downs and everything. You know, because when you're an intelligent guy, you have some intellect and you communicate like an adult, like a decently uh, smart guy, you know what I'm saying? Like with an average IQ or even a good IQ instead of having a low IQ, they think that this makes you um weird, you know what I'm saying? Or I don't know. It just puts them off, right? Because they're used to dealing with guys that are attractive but don't necessarily talk properly, you know? So when you talk properly, this shit throws them off and they don't like it. All right, trust me. Like I said, not all of them. You will find women out there that actually like it and they respect the fact that you know how to speak. um, I know it's crazy, it's funny, but it really happens, and I wanted to talk about it basically because that's what I do. I wanted to make a video about this and just share my thoughts